Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with the Holistic Killer, aka Sonya B. Excuse the noise in the background. My son playing basketball. Anyway, so with all that being said, I just want to say, if you're new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. And for those of you who are returning back, I want to say welcome back. Keep in mind that these energies could be happening right now for some of you, or it could be happening a few weeks out. Just depends on your location on the planet. Anyway, so with all that being said, and if these energies aren't happening to you, they could be happening to somebody that is close to you, a family member, father, sister, cousin, brother, boss, take it how it resonate. You know the drill. But anyway, so with all that being said, for those of you who do not know, I'm an intuitive, clairvoyant, Hayoka empath who receives divine prophetic dream messages. I am also a Reiki master teacher. I am also a Reiki practitioner as well too. I receive intuitive messages through music and songs, as well as intuitive messages overall in general. Anyway, so with all that being said, I have a message that came through last night, and it's two quick messages. So God had showed me, I guess after I put out the message about yesterday in regards to some of you being faced with a choice. In other words, some of you being faced with choices. I saw God revealed to me this morning. Oh, sorry, y'all. God had revealed to me this morning, last night, whenever it was. I think it was this morning. I think it was this morning. I'm sorry. He had revealed to me, he basically showed me that some of you guys may be finding yourself. Okay, here's what he showed me. Let me say this. He showed me that some of you guys, it's a situation of some of you guys are going to take the route of, it's almost like if you had a choice and an option to truly trust God, in other words, and then there was another choice and an option of to trust yourself. I see that some of you are going to try to trust yourself, in other words, and there's nothing wrong with you trusting yourself, because you should trust yourself. But at the same time, just know that, how can I say it? Just know that in the end, whatever decisions that you make, you're doing what's for your highest good, what you feel like you should be doing, and that you should do, given the choice and options that you have. Let me say that, because I know sometimes we as people, including myself at some point in time, how can I say it? That I made choices and went in directions that I wasn't sure of at one point as well too. And until I really started to hone in and listen to my own inner guidance. And I had to do that by, releasing people, family members, and, just people in general, pulling back my energy from other people. So that way I know how to navigate. And I say all that to say it wasn't easy, because again, close family members, spouse as well too, as well as, even, how can I say it? Even, some of my, how can I say it? Even to the point that I had to pull back some of my energy, even with my oldest child, should I say. He's a young adult. Anyway, well, I don't mean he's young, but he is a young adult. So he's about to turn 30 this year. But I say all that to say, and sometimes, people around other people, and sometimes, it's almost like I had to distance myself in a sense because of the people that, let me just say that, that he may have been around, should I say, or that he was involved with. But yes, so as a mom, of course, that hurts to some degree, that you have to pull back your energy from your child in a sense and just allow them to be able to, it's almost like when you teach a child how to ride that bike for the very first time, and you take off those training wheels and allow them to ride the bike on their own. So that way, the only way that they're going to learn how to ride is by falling, getting back up, and and hurting and injure themselves along the way. So I say all that to say that yes, that has been a difficult path. As a mom, nobody wants to really separate themselves from their kids or whatever, but, I had to be obedient and, listen to what it is that God would have me to do, should I say, and I say all that to say that, again, family members as well too, that you're close to, but I realized that there were a lot of unhealthy situations and so on and so on in the process, and neighbors, because I didn't really have too many friends, should I say, or people, that were associates that you say hi and bye to, and it was just, that, hold on, y'all. Excuse me. But anyway, so with all that being said, I say all that to say, I know that some of you guys are faced with, some difficulties right now. Again, it's nothing that I didn't have to do myself. So I'm not sitting here on the other camera just talking and snapping my lips together, because I too have had to experience of walking away from a situation and let me just say jobs that were no longer in alignment with me. So yes, that was a very hard part. So again, I'm not sitting here on the other side of the camera and I'm sure some of you guys are probably thinking to yourself, excuse me, I'm sure some of you guys are probably thinking to yourself like, oh my God, like she's just sitting over there talking like, she knows everything. No, I don't know everything. I know what God shows me. I know what I experienced. And this is the only reason why that I am sitting here on this platform today, not by my choice, because as I said before, I work for God. In other words, he has me here on this platform, because if I had it my way, I would not be here and I would not be on any of those social media channels and so on and so on. But with all that being said, I understand where you guys are coming from. So I don't want you to think that I'm insensitive, and it's just that I'm coming from a place of, I know what God has shown me. So let me say that. So I know, again, I don't want to babble on, but anyway, so with all that being said, God had basically shown me that some of you guys, I guess, and really instead of trusting him, and that, again, that's why it's so important, as the message said yesterday, to get in a quiet place. Even if you don't want to hear what it is that I'm saying, you should always trust yourself. If you, and I get it, because I don't necessarily trust other people, should I say. And, I am open to hearing what other people have to say. But in the end, I make my own decisions. That way I can hold myself accountable and don't have to worry about, oh, well, you told me to do this and you told me to do that. That's the reason why I always tell you guys to follow your intuition. Do what's best for you, and listen to your own inner guidance, because I know everybody's path is going to be different, but I am just basically here to deliver the message from the spiritual world into this physical 3D world for you guys, so you understand the energies that are at play right now. So that way, when you are presented with these energies and that time is near, you have the choice of sitting here thinking about, okay, well, we're coming up on that time. What choice am I going to make? Am I going to go to left, and am I going to go right? And it doesn't matter which direction that you go in, because each person is going to go in a direction that they feel is best for them. And sometimes we will make mistakes of going in the direction that we think we want to go in, only because at that specific time we might have made thank you, Spirit, we might have made a decision based out of fear. So that's important too. So, as I told you guys before, I know so much is changing right now, but don't come from a place of fear when you're making your decisions, because you'll find yourself end up making mistakes by doing that. So again, it's so important to, Spirit just brought to my attention, it's so important to remember that fear is nothing but an illusion. We create fear because it's delusion is there. We create fear based off delusions that are around us. We sit here and we think to ourselves, oh my God, I gotta hurry and make this choice. And when I make this choice, what's gonna be the outcome? So 9 times out of 10, whatever your fears may be, they may not even be real, should I say. And not only that, but they may not even come true, should I say. So you have to keep that in mind as well too, because again, they're just illusions that we create for ourselves. And sometimes we create it for ourselves in order to keep ourselves safe, and so on and so on. But again, this is the next stage that we're coming up on. As I said yesterday, some of you guys are going to be faced with the opposition in regards to, am I going to go left or am I going to go right? Well, God showed me this morning that some of you guys are going to, I guess, leading up to that final deadline of making a choice. Some of you guys are going to make choices of looking for other places of employment is what I saw. So, whether it's past place of employment, whether you guys work there or whether you considered them in the past. I saw that some of you guys are rethinking situations like that as well too. But that was just pretty much what I saw. But I saw that because it was as if I had appeared in a place like I was kind of like dressed and ready to go, but it was almost like I saw other people there. But it's like when I saw other people there, it's almost like I changed my mind and I decided to leave. And as I left, so in other words, I never went through with it. So some of you guys may find yourself in that situation, looking for a job, looking for another job that's not requiring, these mandated vaccinations, should I say. And then not only that, but, at least from what I saw, some of you guys, again, may find yourself in a position or a situation that you may go apply for another place of employment, but somehow end up not going through with it. I guess something you're going to see in that environment of the other people being around, I guess either looking for the same job or looking at the same situation, something is like going to change your mind, because I saw in a dream as if I had walked away. And no, this dream is not pertaining to me, because I was told years ago to walk away from what it was that I was trying to do for times such as this, so that way I'm not having to make that choice now, because I made that conscious choice back then. So, and that, again, that's no judgment to anyone who is in a situation now. Like I said, I am just here to deliver the message from the spiritual world into this physical 3D world to help assist you guys on, we're all being assisted on the spiritual journey. We're all at different levels, so nobody is better than the other, including myself. But I just want to wish you all luck, and I wish you all well just with the decisions that you make. But, let me say this too before I go. And the other message that came through too, something is going to surface. I kind of got the feeling like, I felt like it fell out of the sky, because this was another prophetic message that I received too. I got a feeling like something, I was trying to figure out if it fell out of the sky, but then I thought to myself, like, a squid doesn't fall from out of the sky, because I feel like, imagine that you drop something out of an airplane, and if you drop it out of an airplane and it's hard and heavy, imagine if you drop it out of the airplane and let's just say if it lands in a grass field or if it lands in the sand, because it kind of like, I saw it like, let me not use the grass field. Let me use the sand, because I saw it as if it landed in the sand. But imagine this big ass giant squid falling from an airplane and leaving an indent print into the sand. That's what I saw. And the first thing I saw to myself was, when I saw that, I was like, where did it go? I saw the imprint of it, but I didn't see it. And the first thing I thought to myself was, did it fall down into the ground? Where did it go? Did it disappear? So I'm not sure if it was taken away by, I don't know. This just came to me right now, y'all. Thank you, Spirit. I just gotta listen. When it's being given to me, I just gotta say it. So this morning I thought to myself, like, did it fall from out of the sky? And then just a second ago, Spirit was like, like the Men in Black, did they come and take it away? So I say all that to say, because we have situations where, don't sleep on these movies, y'all. I told you before, universal law. Didn't know this at first, but I'll be trying to share this information with y'all so y'all understand that they have to tell you what it is that they're doing. These movies like Manifest, all these things that you watch, the superheroes, these things exist, but again, they don't want you to know, because as long as you don't know, you won't tap into your power. But as long as you're aware of these things happening, even in movies based off, spirituality too, like when I told you guys to watch the movie Behind Her Eyes, or whatever it's called. It's been so long that I watched it, I forgot the name of it, but I think that's what it's called. But just all these different things out here. Don't sleep. Like I said, they put things in movies because 9 times out of 10 they have to, because again, that's universal law. That's the contract that they have. And yes, we are all under contract, even those people who are who've been trying to suppress people and so on, and use people and benefit off people, and the people running the country and so on and so on. But I say all that to say, Yes. So anyway, let me get back on topic. So with that being said, yeah. So anyway, you may hear something about something appearing, but all of a sudden it was seeing like an imprint, indent, not quite sure. But like I said, I saw an indent in the sand, like a big ass squid. And this squid was really huge that it wasn't the squid itself. I saw its imprint that was indented in the sand. I was just trying to figure out where the hell it went to because I didn't see it, because I was wondering if it fell down into the ground. But I was wondering how the hell did it make that print like that, because I thought to myself, did it fall out of the sky? Well, we know squids are in the water. Okay. But we know squids are in the water. And then I just heard Spirit saying too that a squid could have been moving locations, like, you know, in other words, you know, again, sometimes when you find certain things and you move them to a certain location, you know, when, I guess, quickly, when you don't want people to see it. But anyway, that's just what came to me, and I'm just listening. So anyway, with all that being said, I decided I was going to pull a couple cards today because I feel like my cards have been called. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like my cards have been calling me for the last couple of weeks, but I've been kind of shunning away from them. So I'm going to pull them out today just to confirm this message. But the funny thing about it was this one was the first card that had came out. And it said, change the way that you look at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. Anyway. Thank you, my Spirit. Thank you, my Spirit. Light. Call upon God's Spirit. I'm going to ask you for a message. What message do you want the collector to know? Hold on, y'all. I haven't been flipping my cards in a minute, and this deck is so thick. Give me a second. What message do you have for the collective? What do you want them to know? So like I said before, y'all, don't, I know it's easier said than done, but trust me, as I said before, God wants to bless some of you guys. And for those people who are willing to step out on faith, you're going to see. And trust me, like I said, I've been there before, because when you get so used to depending on yourself doing stuff and to have to go and God is telling you to release everything, and I'm like, oh shit, that's big. You know, so to depend on someone else, it's like, and I know the Creator created everybody, but I'm just telling you from somebody who has a life path number 7, which is a spiritual number, and that's been my life path. My whole conversation has been about God, 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 God. And I don't mind that, because God has been good to me. You know, even when times were hard, I can definitely say He's definitely been good to me, you know, watched out for me and my kids, and, you know, just over my lifespan, you know. I'll say all this to say that, you know, this is something that you guys don't know about me, like, and, you know, and this could be a message that helps somebody out there, you know. Let me just say, like, my life should have ended like when I was 13 years old, should I say, you know, but because I was making a conscious choice of not knowing at the time, because I didn't have the support that I needed, or I felt like I didn't have the support that I needed, you know, but I say all that to say that my life should have ended. In other words, I personally tried to take my own life, should I say. But I say all that to say, and I'm saying this to say to help somebody, you know. You never know what a person may had to go through. You never know what a person is going through. So yes, according to one of the nurses, she said she didn't think that I was going to make it, but I did make it. So, and I knew at that moment that because God wasn't trying to allow me to go, that I knew that I had a purpose to be here. And I see that purpose is time such as this. So again, you never know what a person is going through, especially if they're sitting on social media. But like I told you, I'm one of those real bitches. Let me say that. I don't know. I just like saying that word anyway. So I'm probably one of the realest persons that you'll ever meet. And I am 100% real. You know, there's no fake and phony that comes with me. You know, what you see right here on the camera is how I am at home too. You know, I know nobody's perfect, and Lord knows I'm not perfect. So I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I'm perfect. Because, like I said, we all make mistakes. You know, we all have made mistakes. I have made mistakes. I've made some of the mistakes that some of you guys are having to make now. You know, whether it be situation of so-called friends, whether it be situations of jobs, whether it be situation of dealing with people in regards to romantic partners or whatever the case may be, especially when you're younger. Anyway, that was the case for me when I was younger. But, you know, releasing people who not for your highest good. Anyway, so yes, by the grace of God, I am still here. I'm alive, well, and kicking it. But with all that being said, I'm glad I'm here because, you know, I see my kids, I watch my grandkids, and I'm just thankful to be here because it could have been the opposite way around. Anyway, so with all that being said, let me pull this card. Divine Spirit Light, what message do you have for the collective? What do you want them to know? And I can definitely tell you this. Anybody who is on that, definitely on that twin flame journey, because anybody who's on that twin flame path is not an easy path. And I didn't always know that I was on that path. I just come to realize I was on that path 3.5 years ago. All right. So it's definitely one of those hard paths because God requires you to have self-mastery, to master things that you didn't master other lifetimes. Letting go of people and things. Yeah, that shit was hard. It was, you know, but I was glad that I did it. You know, especially when you feel like you have ties to someone, when you really don't. It's just, you hold yourself bound. Thank you, Spirit. So we have 10 of Autumn. This one says, 10 of Autumn. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children and other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family tradition. Wow. This goes back to what I said yesterday when I said that some of you guys are going to be asked to assist other people. Bear with me because I got to read it from the book. 10 of Summers. Autumn. Hold on, y'all. 10 of Autumn. Almost there. All right, so 10 of Autumn. Family connections are extremely important. Honor your heritage and be proud of who you are. Share your history with your children or other family members. Embrace the positive and release any negative past events. Begin investigating into your future. Make plans that include caring for your family financially in terms of future education, health care, or retirement. Prepare now so that you can be free of financial worries later in life. Even if you're young and you can spare only a little sum each month, it will really add up over the years. A happy family spends times together underneath a harvest or golden pear. The pears are a symbol of prosperity that will provide for their needs of years to come. So, and then it's just basically saying additional meaning for this card is family tree, honoring family tradition, financial security, and heritage, major business investments. So whoever needs to hear that. And then this Prince of Spring says, the Prince of Spring says, optimism, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizon. And then Spirit is speaking. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creative take flight. And let's see what the additional meaning is. Prince of Spring. Prince of Winter. Princess Summer, Princess of Spring. Oh, come on. Princess of Spring. Okay, here we go. So it says, it is truly extraordinary to get to know the Princess of Spring. There are no experiences she doesn't want to have, no creative endeavors she won't experiment with. Painting, singing, dancing, acting, she wants to try it all. Her optimism is contagious, and if you spend time with her, you'll find your metaphorical glass going from half full to running over. Our princess is enthusiastic and embarking creative. She exhibits any almost childlike exuberance, if I'm saying it right, exuberance for life that will have you smiling. She's an eager volunteer, and anyone would be lucky to have her on their team. Just keep in mind that with all the energy, it can be tough to keep focused. She's easily distracted by the next new opportunity and can wander off before completing the task she has in front of her. The little girl fairy in the Ace of Spring has grown up, and so has the holy Warthorn tree she has been tending to since it was planted by Joseph of Arimathea of Gothenburg. A joyful and a playful life is up for grabs. Additional meaning for this card is doing something that expands your horizon. Take a light-hearted approach, exploring what fascinates you, being fearless, and staying focused. So anyway, y'all, I hope that information was helpful, and I am going to end it there. Just keep in mind, like I said before, you may just hear something in regards to and it doesn't have to be a squid. It could just be some ocean animal or something, or some sort of, I don't know, fossil from woolly mammoth. I don't know, some sort of excavation discovery, with, how they be discovering stuff. But anyway, so just be on the lookout for that, because something obviously is going to rise to the surface or whatever. But anyway, and as I said before, that's pretty much it. But I wish you guys well on your journey, and I wish you all much love, and I wish you all much light, and I say peace and blessings, and I say remember to always keep God first in any decisions that you make. When you do that, God will be sure to just have your back, because when he sees that you honor him, he's going to honor you and make sure that you're taken care of in the process. But you just have to remember to when you hear that voice that say go left, just try to honor that. But if you choose to go right, is what I'm hearing Spirit say, that's fine too. But anyway, because all roads are going to lead back to God's soul spirits anyway in the end. But anyway, you guys have a beautiful day, and I wish you all much love and much light. And it's so funny that I wore this shirt today. I was being divinely guided to put this on. But anyway, I have to do today I'll be talking about the heart chakra. So if anybody cares to join me, I will explain to you and show you ways of how to know that if you have been blocking yourself, whether it's physically or spiritually, just in love, and you will definitely know and be able to see how some of your choices and decisions, like even myself, like way past like when I was younger or whatever, probably in my 20s or whatever the case may be, just how sometimes we can make wrong decisions in regards to love. But God is trying to get us to the point of calling in people who are truly for us, people who really care about us deeply and who hold space for us even when we make mistakes. They love us unconditionally, should I say. But it's not that surface level. What I'm hearing is fake and phony, where it smiles in your face and talks about you behind your back. Is not that type of love, where we've been so accustomed to knowing that people talk about us behind our back, and then to turn around and, smile in our face and we go sit down and have lunch with them and so on and so on. No, it's not that type of, conditioned love. That's conditions. Only if you're doing what people want you to do. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this, but let me tell you this real quick before I leave. So I had, and let me just tell you, because this will happen sometimes too on a journey. When you are doing, you can tell when you're being headed. Oh, thank you, Spirit, because I almost totally forgot about this note I have right here. So thank you, Spirit. And I was about to end it. Anyway, so I hope you guys watch this to the end. But the song that kept playing was Dionne Warwick's song, That's What Friends Are For. If you guys know that song, I try to put in the description link below so you guys just listen to it. But go and listen to that song and see how it resonates with you, because I definitely know that God is trying to get some of you guys to realize that it's time to do away with old, outdated people who are no longer serving you, and however that may look for you. Because as I said, the other day, it could be a coworker, friend, family member, a spouse. It could be, high school friends. It could be childhood friends, people that you grew up with or whatever. So I say all that to say, it's almost like people are in that God was just showing me what people were going through. Like they're really rethinking their friendships, should I say, thinking the ties that they have to people, and thinking, the question is, asking yourself, why am I still holding on to outdated things that's not serving me? Because if you still finding yourself in the same place you were, let's just say like, and I'm going to say 10 years ago, because that's what's coming to mind. Thank you, Spirit. If 10 years ago, if nothing has evolved with you and you're still doing the same thing that you was doing 10 years ago, and again, it's no judgment. That just lets you know that the people that you're around, you're not growing, because as they say before, you are the company that you keep, in other words. So in other words, if you are around people who are just doing the same thing that you're doing, and they're doing just the average, well, then how do you expect to grow? No, you grow. In order to grow, you have to surround yourself around people who are doing things kind of like this card just said. Where did it go? I think I shuffled it. As the card said, being around somebody who's creative, optimism, enthusiasm, fun, creative, and and all those things that I named in the book. So, when you find yourself around those type of people, like it said, it becomes contagious. Then you find yourself in a situation that, it's like, it's like you hanging around somebody who got big goals, aspirations, and dreams for themselves. It's like all of a sudden now you have those for yourself too. It's like tapping into that energy. So again, you are the company that you keep. So again, that's why I said, if you guys are finding yourself in the same place that you were like 10 years ago, hanging around the same people, chasing after the same people, doing the same old stuff, is almost like what I'm hearing Spirit say is, thank you, Spirit. If you're around people who you played in the sandbox with, it's almost like you're still playing in the sandbox with those same people. It's time to get out of the sand. Well, God is trying to get you out of the sandbox of having that mindset of preschool sandbox, recess time, and He's trying to get you to expand outside of that box. In other words, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, so what else did I have? So yeah, so basically God is just trying to call true unconditional love into your life. And that's whether it's, a true friend, a true family member that you can really trust, you know, whether it's your, you know, because it's going to be different for everybody. It could be a situation of whether it be a parent, a child, you know, your aunt, your cousin, your brother, your son, your child, your mom, your dad, whoever. Take it how it resonates. It's going to be your coworker, you know, take it how it resonates. A romantic partner. It's going to be different for everybody. But I say all that to say God is trying to get you to see and release what is old, because old cannot exist with new. So in other words, until the old is gone, the new cannot come in. It's like you have to release that space in order to allow the new to come in, if that makes sense. So anyway, I think that is it. Yeah, because he wants you to experience unconditional love in your life. Relationships that are based off unconditional love and not conditions, as I said before. You know, oh, well, if you don't do this for me, then, you know, I'm going to talk about you, you know, all that type stuff. And it's going to be different for everybody, whether you're dealing with it from a coworker, friends, sandbox friends, romantic partner, whoever. Take it how it resonates. But anyway, y'all, I hope that information was helpful, and I hope the cards were helpful. So I wish you all much love, much light, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I say peace and blessings, and remember to always keep God first and stay blessed. Bye.